Hi everyone, we had the very first Chrono tournament for a draft. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at how draft works in Chrono, very similarly to Magic the Gathering. So for this video, I'm gonna try to do something a little bit different. So it's gonna be good if I tell you what's the format first, I guess. You play till you get 7 wins or 3 losses, and then we're gonna compare our scores. You just post a screenshot of your score and that's it. We're like 16 or 15 people in the tournament. You have one chance, one draft, and that's it. Now again, I will show you the draft, the first and last game fully, and I will give you a recap of the other ones, the important moments which happened, what cards carried me, helped me. Along the way, we can talk a little bit about the format, my thoughts about it, because I highly doubt that it's gonna change. God knows how much till we get to beta. Let's get into games. Okay, backhand, right? Okay, now little special forces are fun. I hope I remember what I'm writing down. Pit Dog here, right? Kinetic Absorber is not great. I'm gonna go Pit Dog. Nothing. Actually, Debris Collector is pretty good. Bloom is good. Panic Refugee is good too. Frontline Juggernaut is also good, but I think we're gonna get him more down the line. He is frequently shown, like offered. So no, it's a Refugee or Bloom. We don't have anything 3 mana, so we're gonna go Refugee. Okay, ooh, this one's bad though. Stability Control as a form of hard removal, I suppose. Not great, but the only one which makes any kind of sense. Thrown into the Sun, definitely. Hungry Tyrannosaur, definitely. Let me... oh, Frontline Juggernaut here. Rapid Iteration actually is not very good in my opinion, in draft. Backhand... Jug out of line, but that's not gonna be played. And Bait in Flames. Oh, Pugilist. Immediately, I'm not gonna even look at our options. I see Pugilist, I pick Pugilist. He's insane. Build to Burn is good because of the value. We don't have anyone, by the way, that's a big problem. Bambi is an interesting one, but we don't have any way to spam. We don't have any... I mean, we have 2 backhands. I was looking for some damage-based removal. Another Pit Dog? If we do another Pit Dog, what are we gonna do if we do another Pit Dog? No, I think Brilliant Materia is also not good. We don't have that many spells. These are all bad. I'm gonna pick Materia just so we have some 1-drops. Ooh, this is slowly... not that good anymore. These are all bad. Recycler, I suppose, but just pick him to have him. These are also bad. I'm gonna go another Tyrannosaur, I suppose. Or another Build to Burn. Nah, I'm gonna go Build to Burn. It's more flexible. Okay. Destiny Reaper. Ooh, Thrown into the Sun. How many Signature? Ooh, we have Thrown into the Sun. We have 1 copy. Okay, no. I'm gonna go Reaper. No, I'm gonna go actually Forest Recluse, because we don't have anything cheap to play. I want to see some good 1-drops, or any 1-drops for that matter. IB. I should specify a little bit. I guess Wake Up Rod, I suppose. Nothing. Eager. Okay, last one needs to be good, because we are struggling. Heal Locust is actually interesting. I guess security, Awakened Security System is never immortalizing. What's the point? It's a 1-3. Triple Backhand is too much. We have so many 4-drops. I don't want more. I guess Awakened Security System is the only... Oh, Astronomer is actually decent. Another Debris Collector. Ooh, Discipled Student. Creating Hand... I have to go for a Discipled Student. It's too good to pass on. I feel like I'm gonna regret so much about not picking anything cheap. Prayer of Rescue is interesting, but I'm gonna go Kinsukai because we have some synergy with the 2D Pugilist. Not so fast, I suppose. Persistent Squire, let's go! Let's go! Pugilist again. Every time we see Pugilist, we just pick him. Do we have any 5-drops? No, we're gonna go Harbinger. At this point, I'm just gonna start writing them because I think... Do we have 3-drops? Build to Burn, Forest Recluse. I'm gonna pick up Stalwart Champion. More backhands are never useless. We're gonna pick you, because why not? We're gonna pick nothing here, realistically, and this is nothing. Okay, let's build a deck and let's go into games. Let's see if it works right now. Also, I kind of forgot what my deck was all about. I had the problem of no protection. Okay. Please draw cards. Okay, let's go. Materia on turn 1 seems fine and fun. Hungry Tyrannosaur is just so good. I want to keep him. But like, maybe not. I'm gonna keep the build to burn. No, I won't. Buggy list is good. By the way, the artwork is really blurry. It's not the usual one, it's much blurrier. I don't know if it's something with my settings. Materia, if we can actually force trade with the Squire for my Materia, that's gonna be good. Also, the deck would be much better if we attack on even turns, because we have Pit Dog, we have 2D Buggy List. Well, that can already punish, anyways. Okay, we calm down and we play correctly. Maybe we can fix the situation. Ooh. Boss, this seems bad. Stupid dog. We are in not the greatest position. This deck sucks. It's fine. Everything is fine-ish. Non-lethal special forces can be really good, but let's start with Persistent Squire. We're gonna try to challenge the Jenny. Do this. Pit Dog can stay in the back. No reason for me to attack with him. Backhand would be bad, but yeah. Pressure Spike is the same thing. Whoa. I mean, that's like not that bad. It's weird, but it's not that bad. Backhand! That can be good. And we can do non-lethal special forces. If he plays Pugilist, because I assume everybody who sees Pugilist is gonna automatically pick him. What is that? Brother, calm down. Shall you? Will you? I don't know, just do it. We can do Pugilist, or we can do non-lethal special forces. I have no idea which one is better, but I feel like non-lethal special forces, I mean, both of them should be safe as a play. I can follow it up with the back. Nah, I'm not gonna risk anything. Oh my! Oh my god. Boss. Someone's getting backhanded. I have a very dumb question, which I should know the answer to, but I don't because I'm not a very smart person. This guy doesn't count. He doesn't count the damage which he does for immortalizing. We're about to find out with the crystal. I'm fine with this, right? Well, if I'm not, it sucks to be me. Yeah, that should be fine. Everything dies. Do we backhand? I feel like we have to. Okay. We're kind of back into the game, arguably. That's a good top deck. Do we... I feel like we just do this. We're gonna play Harbinger of Power. We took way too much damage early on. He's running out of gas a little bit, but he can play like a Throne into the Sun, Hush here, and kill my Harbinger. The other way was to play non-lethal special forces, but again, without any form of protection in hand. It looks even worse. Though I mean, he could set up the timeline himself. It doesn't really matter. Okay, he copies me. You attack. You attack. Chaos Control. What would Chaos Control do? Yeah, I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. He can Chaos Control me. That would be really bad. Push some damage, my guy immortalizes, and we kinda do stuff. Something which we can do. Let's see what he does, actually, first. But we're in so much trouble. Actually, in how much trouble are we if we play non-lethal special forces? A lot, still a lot. Thrown into the sun kills her. I think this is the play. I don't see any other play here. Yeah, there is no other play in my opinion. This needs to happen. 2 mana, what is the 2 mana play? Oh my god, more burn. It's not overclock. Maybe I should have played the unit, maybe not, I'm not sure. Let's see what he does. I don't wanna... That's okay. Pass. Not so fast would be real bad, but he doesn't have it. I think we play Collector, right? He does a lot of damage. He's scary. Alternatively, we can do double Pugilist. 8-8 is an 8-8. Frontline Juggernaut is a card. But I mean, I can kill my guys. I can kill my vulnerable guys. What are they called? We're gonna be more aggressive. Okay. You saved my Pugilist this way. I don't know if that was a smart play. This guy dies because he has access to way too much damage. Doesn't this represent potentially lethal? My ordering is terrible. I'm bad at the game. I'm so bad at the game because his guy's gonna immortalize. He doesn't see it, but he could block here and stop me from doing damage. How much damage are we pushing? 4. Less than what I want. Okay. We have the Forest Recluse. We're in good position. As long as we survive this attack, I think we're Gucci. Forest Recluse, potentially non-lethal special forces, and then next turn we can do build to bar and play whatever we want. I'm gonna have to block like this. I'm scared. No shot! Now, this one was a very spicy game here. I have to give you a little bit of a pre-context for this one because I came in with high expectations because I was pretty much the one who played the most of draft, I think. So I expected that I'm gonna do good. I was mostly winning. So I lost the first one. I go up against Aiken in the second one, and he does Act Tender on 1, 2 Persistent Squires on 2, and then followed up by a Shattersmith on 3. Which was insane. But luckily for a draft, the first couple turns don't matter that much because you can always put a diver for the first turn. Realistically, the game starts around turn 4. The first couple turns don't really matter, and you always have some 2-mana removal. Every syndicate has some sort of 2-mana removal, which is usually good enough. Okay, not every, but most of them. So in this game, Aiken starts dominating the board, he plays a bunch of early cards, I start questioning my life. Then he follows up by a 2D Pugilist, which makes everything even worse. This guy is definitely gonna be the face of this video because he's absolutely insane in draft. Luckily, Aiken missed the part of interaction and he didn't have a way to kill my non-lethal special forces. So this card single-handedly carried the entire match. He couldn't remove it, so I slowly started grinding him. And at some point, very importantly, Recycler plus Luminous Sprite, Golem, Giant, I don't remember the name of the card, this guy here, really helped me to stabilize, heal a little bit, because at some point he got a swing. He also managed to make my core bleed for a while, which made everything harder, but with the Recycler, with the Luminous Giant, we healed. And after that, he also bricked. They didn't have anything at the end. He ran out of gas. And this one was a W because of non-lethal special forces, but it was a scary one. Now this one was a very interesting one because my opponent had a Planet Seeder as a diver, a card which I didn't expect to see at all in a draft tournament. The whole idea of the match basically ended up of me trying not to give the opponent a paradox on board so he doesn't just immediately mortalize Kiln, because that would obviously mean I lose because he would outgrind me, but that didn't happen. Luckily, we were slowly grinding. Paradox was never active on board. To be honest, the opponent had a very good deck. He had a bunch of removal. He was killing my stuff non-stop. But at some point, we played the T-Rex, which put an end to the game, basically, because finally there was no more removal. I think this is a good moment in the video to say that there was a bug, constant bug, throughout the whole tournament with the cleave keyword. I think it was the cleave keyword. Basically, units with cleave were doing incorrect damage sometimes. In this particular game, it didn't matter, but it mattered, spoiler alert, later down the line. Obviously, the dev team is notified about that. They know about that, and they will fix it. So yeah, at some point, my Dino attacked and finished the game. Honestly, a pretty fun one. I was considering putting this one in the video, but I said the first one and the last one. Okay, time for the revenge against Peyote. Now, this game was not the funniest to play. The biggest reason for that is that there was a 2 bugs in a row happening at the same time. Again, related to the cleave keyword, I think. I'm just gonna show you the clip here. But yeah, the problem here is that not only the crystal showed me that the battle is going to resolve incorrectly. The idea here is that when I remove my blocker in front of the Buddha Bounty Hunter, her cleave effect should not go through. It went through, which made everything really bad for me. Like, game costing bug here. But the other thing on top of that is that I couldn't remove my backhand from the stack. Again, I said that to the devs, it's going to be fixed. But that basically meant that I'm wasting the spell, I'm losing the board, and everything gets bad. Now, luckily before that, my opponent was not doing anything. He was wasting a lot of cards. He kind of bricked. So I was still 1 card, like 2 cards versus 4. So I had a chance, and I had my Hungry Tyrannosaur in hand. So I knew that there was a way to come back, even though I was pretty pissed, admittedly. So after that, it's again time for Hungry Tyrannosaur to carry us. And he did like a mad lad. Like, he's my champion. He's my guy. This is why I love dinosaurs, okay? Also, the chat which you see is basically, because we stream that on Twitch, you can watch the VOD if you want the whole match, though there is a lot of downtime. So, you know, in between games, I don't know how entertaining that would be. That's mostly why I make this clip, video. That's the Twitch chat there, which you see. But yeah, from that point onward, we were pretty good. We were in the clear. We had a significant hand advantage. Non-lethal special forces was another thing which locked the board again. And after that, we managed to slowly outgrind him. And I think in a couple attacks, we ended the game. Now it's time for the 3rd game against Peyote in this video. We were basically doing good in the tournament, and that's why we were matched, I think. But yeah, by this point, we both know very well what our decks are all about. I know that he's the aggro deck. I know that I need to stop every single point of damage which I can because of the 8-mana spell, which I have absolutely no idea what the name is. So I'm gonna show it on the screen somewhere here, maybe. Yeah, at this point I just realized that the only difference between my deck and his deck in terms of power level is that I had Hungry Tyrannosaur and he was just a little bit more aggressive. So I think you can guess where we are heading with this piece of information. Yeah, basically after a super close game where we both played units, we were both equal on cards in hand, everything was equal, I just played Hungry Tyrannosaur and it costed him so much resources to get him off the board that it gave me really big advantage. After that, we had the Debris Collector, we had the Tutti Pugilist, we just started bombing him, and we had enough health so that there was no way for him to cheese me. And shout out to the only game in which I actually played the Luminous something, I forgot the name of the card, I'm sorry. This guy, the 5-mana Turbo card, which is there only to be discarded by Recycler for healing, basically. But yeah, after the damage from Hungry Tyrannosaur was done, we slowly outgrinded him. We started to use Build to Burn to create copies of the Tutti Pugilist, which immortalized, which basically slowly gave me the win. Perhaps, actually all of our games were very close. The first one was also pretty close. The second one was insanely close. And this one was also really close. So GG's to Peyote. That was fun series, but we gotta continue. This one was absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea what to say because my opponent played not one, not two, not three, but four efficient scrapbots with the discard fodder. That was insane. He obviously immortalized them, and I was fuming mad. But then I realized that at draft we don't have that big decks. Like we have between 24 to 36 cards. Usually you have to cut some of them which are bad. You end up with like 27, 28, maximum 30, and that's if you like really prioritize having a big deck. So he just burned himself. When he played the four scrapbots which immortalized into Elos, I was just killing whatever else he was playing, keeping the robots on the board. I never allowed him to override them, and he just burned himself at some point. Also, at some point of the game, I actually saw that he has also a Scuttling Spares in the deck, which means that if he had this, like, early in the game, maybe he could have just destroyed me with spiders, I don't know. But yeah, the deck was ridiculous, but not very good, so that was an easy win. Okay, easy is an exaggeration because I was stressed watching him just draw through his entire deck, but it was the quickest one of the bunch. And now we get to the games against Crazy Killin, and at this point you gotta keep in mind that we're 5-1, and he's also, I think, 5-1. And yeah, that was basically direct matches for the win in the tournament. And our decks were incredibly identical. It was basically the same deck for the most part. The only difference between the decks were he had a sensory deprivation pod, which shaped the way I was playing throughout the entire series, and I had the non-lethal special forces, which, if they are unanswered, they just win the game, as we saw. For the most part, though, the decks were very similar. We were running Hungry Tyrannosaurs as top ends, we had Bullseye Bounty Hunters, we had some hard removal, we had the same early game with Pit Dogs and Persistent Squires, so the board was always equal. The first game was, again, super equal, and the entire time I was just talking about how I need to keep the board clean and for him to never be able to play Sensory Deprivation Pod, because if he plays a pod, okay, I can deal with that, but if he plays it and there are a bunch of units on the board and he immortalizes immediately, it just puts me on too short of a time clock to try to win the game. I also ran 3 copies of Backend in my deck, which are obviously incredible answer to Sensory Deprivation Pod. So it ended up being just that mini game of me trying to keep the board as clean as possible and pushing damage, with him just trying to answer everything I do. He also had the advantage early on, that's why he pushed more damage, but again, as we talked about, early damage, early turns don't matter that much, as long as you don't get ridiculously behind on board. And for the most part, the biggest, like, offenders of that would be like a Sleepy Druid, Shattersmith, Ectender, maybe like a Pit Dog. These are the only cards which I can think of which can like really run away with the game. And Fervent Follower, which you didn't see in this tournament at all, but is an insane card for draft. Yeah, this one there is not too much to say. The game was equal the whole game. I was just not allowing him to play pod, and at some point he ran out of removal, and he didn't draw the bajillion copies of Hungry Tyrannosaur which he has in the deck, incoming in the next game. Now this game showed his deck in its beauty, I suppose, because no matter what I tried, I got countered in the second part of the game. Despite that by turn 5 and 6, I looked super favored to win and just finish the tournament there, because we managed to do this, immortalize our Bullseye Bounty Hunter. Then we managed to keep applying pressure when he inevitably removed the Bullseye Bounty Hunter, and then Sleepy Deprivation Pod happened and I could never kill it. He had so much control. At some point he played the first copy of Hungry Tyrannosaur, which made everything worse. He also had Soothing Glow, Chaos Control to protect his units, and at the end, to put insult to injury even though he was already winning pretty much, he played a second copy of Hungry Tyrannosaur. Now, I was scrambling because I was still in the game. He was at only 4. We were pushing damage. We were dominating the board a lot early on. Even with Somnus on board, even with Somnus burning us, it was still slow. We still had chance to win. Then he played our first Hungry Tyrannosaur. Then he started playing a bajillion protection spells with Chaos Control, Soothing Glow. and I couldn't kill his units. Like, he was just draining me out of resources. And at the end, he just played a second Hungry Tyrannosaur, and everything just finished right there. Yeah, this meant that we were at 6-2, both of us, and there was one more competitor, Mason, who was also at 6-2. I never matched against him, but our last match of the tournament, you're gonna watch. Now I'm not gonna edit anything anymore. Last game, and then I'm gonna come back, tell you goodbye, the usual stuff from me. No, no, no. We attack on 3, you can stay, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. Harbinger can also stay. It's just a good 5-turn play. 5 mana play. Headbanging. Okay. Fine. He goes -1 card for that. That's fine. What did he remove? Cascading Serenity. I mean, it's not like the biggest problem, but still, I would prefer him not to have it. Gee, I wonder what we might play. Skip block. Pass. The only those facial forces. I mean, he had a bunch of removal for it, but still. It's something. It's something which you can play around here. Pass. He has 1 mana. Okay, we are locking in. I want 7 wins. Pass. I want the 7 wins. Pass. Backhand? What the hell is that? I can counter that. He knows that I want this, by the way. I'm gonna do this. Deal 3 damage to the pit dog. It's fine. He obviously can't allow this to go through. Unless he... I mean, even if he does. I was about to say, unless he really wants to play around the Deprivation path and immortalizing him, but... Last game, it wasn't the pod which won him the game, it was the... Double Tyrannosaur, which means that this time I want to apply more pressure. Backhand, there we go. That's pressure. That's what I want to see. Let's go. Also, I'm getting super hungry again. What sleep? It's early for you. It's 11 p.m. for me. What sleep? Okay, I can't say that. That's funny. Sure. Let's go, Pagilas. I want to keep the backhand for sleep deprivation bot. There is nothing else. Sleep Depi bot. You can trade with the doggo, which would be a bit annoying. I'm gonna say that much. Anyways, that's annoying. Now that's just annoying. Pass. You. We have backhand for Mr. Broken card here. He has mana. Why do you have mana? We can also do you. We can do Panicked Refugee, I suppose. Panicked Refugee would probably be even better. I don't want him to have infinite mana. I just want it to be bad. Okay, what do we do? Backhand needs to stay for the pot. Simple as that. This stays there, this stays there. Who do we kill? Do I care about the Dogo? He's gonna immortalize, he's gonna shift my timeline, which I don't care too much about. I don't want him to have confronting stuff. I'm gonna remove that guy. Does it matter? Yeah, I don't want him to go wide on the board. That's fine-ish. Oh, you're gonna shift. I don't care. Maybe I should have attacked with the Dogo. I definitely should have attacked with the Dogo, by the way. That was a mistake. Push damage. My guy immortalizes, which is fun. And we'll push some sort of damage. Not much, but it's honest work. I don't like how this one goes. It looks like I'm winning, but this pot I'm gonna have nightmares because of this card. Stability control for the Tyrannosaurs which are about to come. Okay. KKK. Why? I'm definitely gonna kill her with the stability control. This doesn't work the way you think it does. It's bugged, but not that bugged. Oof, oof. That had to be. He thought that it goes through, even though it doesn't strike a unit with it. Gonna kill this thing, he's gonna shift the timeline, we attack, and we should be good. Wait, what? What's happening? End round. This guy immortalizes, which doesn't matter too much. Does she keep transient? Does she die now? I don't know, and I don't really wanna know, to be honest. I wanna just win. And we're gonna do this. If I go this guy, it's more damage. We're gonna get some style points. Keep backhand no matter what because of this dumb card, which shouldn't be allowed in the game. I'm kidding. I just lost the game because of it. Kind of because of it. Ooh. Okay, let's... I don't know how it's gonna work. I think Transient should kill her at the round end. You attack. Everybody attack. Actually, how much damage is that? We push one. He heals. No, no need. No need to do anything extra. All we need to do is just not lose the game. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. More stats and let's... I think we're winning here. Yeah. Kinda. Let's go. Yeah, that was a bit of a not the most enthusiastic way to finish it, but still, 7 wins are 7 wins. Okay, so that's gonna be for this video. Super happy that we won the tournament, by the way. With that last game, we ended up being the only player with 7 wins, and it meant that I win. What did I win? 3,000 crystals. I have no idea what does this equate to in-game. It's in-game currency. We're gonna see. I'm gonna buy packs and maybe some cosmetics, but we're about to find out because we're still waiting for the big upcoming dev update. By the time I release this video, it may be out. Who knows? I'm definitely gonna make a video about it when it comes out. But yeah, tournament's great. Draft mode's great. Game, amazing. There are still bugs. There is obviously stuff which needs to be worked on, but I really enjoyed this one. But yeah, bye from me.